work extremely well. And I'm going to touch a little bit on that later today, and we're going to talk about, as she said, the late treatment. But in general, that's the basis of why we're here. We do not let patients perish at home and isolate. That's insanity. All right, so with that being said, you know, what is COVID-19? So this virus is a member of the coronavirus family, and this is the 7th member that we know of. And historically, those viruses have been basically like the cold virus. We've had some more severe flu-like incidences with SARS and MERS, but historically it's been a relatively mild virus. All right, so in general, we've studied these viruses for 60-plus years. So there's a lot of data, and what Dr. Gold alluded to is that a lot of that data applies to this virus, and we've been able to use that, and now other people have actually come in and confirmed that some of these medications work, things that we've worked on for years, especially given the bad outbreak in SARS in the early 2000s. So this is not a mystery virus, so we've got to take the blinders off, okay? This is not a mystery virus. It's a member of a family, and if you've ever studied anything, you know if you know the family, you know something about the individual in that family. So think about it that way. We know this family of viruses, and because we know the family of viruses, we know this individual virus to a large extent, how it behaves and what it's going to do. Yes, it's unique. They all are unique. And as we know, RNA viruses, they mutate quite a bit, so they don't have a protective coating. So even now, the same virus that was in China is not the virus that we have in Houston or in California. All right, remember that, because as we go forward, what have we been told? We've been told to stay at home, isolate, mask, wait for a vaccine. What's the likelihood of that vaccine actually being successful? Well, do we have an HIV vaccine? No. Do we have a great flu vaccine or a cold vaccine? Well, we have a reasonable flu vaccine, but it's like a dog chasing his tail. We're constantly chasing after the proper formula for this vaccine. So we're very hopeful that vaccines take hold and they become successful. I'll be excited about that. In this individual virus, there's a spike protein, which even though there's been 6 to 8 mutations around the world, that spike protein that they're going after for the vaccine seems to be pretty well preserved despite the mutations going on in the virus. So we're hopeful for the vaccine, but that's not a good strategy for people that are sick right now, and definitely not a good strategy early on in the disease where we know we had no prospects of a vaccine at all. So again, let's go back to it. It's a single-stranded